Well, the Royal Academy of Engineering has listed its 2023 top 15 African entrepreneurs and their innovative technologies, which are aimed at environment rehabilitation, education and human health and safety for the African Prize for Engineering Innovation. The winner will receive £25,000 and 3 runners-ups will win £10,000 each. This year's shortlisted innovators join the Academy's 134-strong Africa Prize alumni network, which includes innovators who have achieved significant commercial success and social impact across the continent following their participation in the prize. Well, we're now joined by the 3 South Africans who have made the shortlist. Boitumelo Nkatlo, an engineer who developed Affordable AMD Solution; microbiologist Dr. Deon Neveling of the ProbiGal; and biomedical engineer Edmund Wessels of FlexiGyn. A warm welcome to all of our guests. Thank you so much for joining us on our program this morning. Boitumelo, let's start with you. I mean, your solution, having to deal with acid mining drainage that affects a lot of mining communities and the surrounds. So talk to us about that and how you came up with the solution.
Good morning, everyone. As rightfully said, my name is Boitumelo Nkatlo. I'm a founding director of Deon Aqua Solutions. So we've developed a solution to look at the treatment of acid mine drainage. But what is acid mine drainage? It's the contaminated mine water underground. So we have developed a cheaper solution and also a prototype to treat acid mine drainage to drinking stage. So we take this contaminated mine water using a waste material to treat it, which makes the project innovative, and which so that I become one of the finalists at the Royal Academy of Engineering.
Right. Well, Dr. Deon Neveling, thank you so much for joining us on the program. I mean, your solution is one that I think a lot of our viewers will definitely have a lot of interest in, because there's so much interest around gut health. A lot of individuals are wanting to prolong their lifespans. They're wanting to live longer, healthier, fuller lives. How does your solution help them do just that?
Good morning, Ntokozo. So we have developed a chicken-specific probiotic to promote sustainable farming and also alleviate antibiotic use in the industry. So by promoting gut health, you can actually prevent pathogen infections in animals, which can have detrimental effects on farmers' operations. So and it also alleviates antibiotic use in the industry. Antibiotic use in the agricultural industry is really an unsustainable practice, as it selects for antibiotic resistance pathogens. And these pathogens poses a major threat to humanity in the future, because it means current treatments cannot treat these infections.
Indeed. I mean, if the COVID-19 pandemic is anything to go by, it's so important for us to get a grasp, to get a handle on how we deal with these severe diseases. But Edmund, your project, your solution is one that's definitely close to home and dear to me: women's health issues. Talk to us about the solution that you came up with, especially in terms of helping women who are living in far-flung areas, who don't necessarily have immediate access to health care.
Good morning, thank you. No, it's exactly as you say. This strikes especially home in South Africa, where our medical infrastructure definitely needs all the support it can get. And yeah, our solution is essentially aimed at taking procedures that are normally locked in the OR or in a very specific place. Few places are essentially equipped to do so, and essentially enabling specialists to take the treatment on the go to these rural places, like you say, where women can actually receive treatment where they are, instead of them having to travel across the country to reach it. Thank you. Yeah, so FlexiGyn is essentially that. It's a mobile hysteroscopy system, which is a tool used by gynecologists to do uterine examinations to diagnose and treat conditions in the uterus, and essentially enabling them to do these in clinics, in office, like you say, just to improve access to really, really much needed women's health care across the country.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think for all 3 of you, the daunting task that lay before you was, of course, coming up with these solutions that are, integral to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which, of course, are supposed to be met by the year 2030. Boitumelo, with your solution, the environment is clearly at the heart of what you're trying to, conserve in this instance, as well as the lives of, mining communities who are often affected by AMD. Talk to us about that and why you were so drawn to this particular problem that's affecting South Africans and a lot of communities elsewhere as well.
Thank you. If I can take you back, I've started chemical engineering, started working in the mines back 2008 in the Free State. And that's where I've identified this problem in the mining sector. That this AMD, as you rightfully said, that it is an environmental problem, number one. But we've more often heard that water is a scarce resource. So now we are looking at ways of finding alternative ways of complementing our current water capacity. And AMD is one of the sources that we can able to treat to drinking stage, resell back to the mining communities, and the excess water can be given to the low-income communities surrounding the mines, which they can use for agricultural purposes. By that, we then extend it to your food security. Then they can be able to comply to what we call the environmental not complying with, and also with their mining license, they do have what we call social labor plan. As part, they need to take care of the surrounding communities where they operate. So that's where I've identified problem, and I took it to heart because as engineers, we are there to solve problems and critical problems as our UN SDGs.
Deon, I'm curious, your solution, obviously, is applicable here at home. Is it applicable worldwide, would you say? And what it aims to do and what it's able to do is a project, is a program that countries the world over can pick up and try to, tackle this issue head on.
100% Ntokozo. Antibiotic resistance is a global problem, and it's a problem that each and every person in the global face. So yes, most definitely. If we do not cease unsustainable use of antibiotics, we will get to a future where we will have pathogens which can once again kill. The discovery of antibiotics has been a milestone discovery in humanity to treat bacterial infections, and we do not want to go back to history where we cannot treat these infections anymore.
Indeed. Unfortunately, to all my guests, we have run out of time, but all the best to all three of you in this competition, and hopefully one of you at least comes home with that £25,000. Congratulations on your feat. That was Boitumelo Nkatlo, an engineer who developed Affordable AMD Solution, microbiologist Dr. Deon Neveling of ProbiGal, and Biomedical engineer Edmund Wessels of FlexiGyn, 3 of the South Africans vying for the ultimate 2023 Engineering Innovation Prize.